If you should require assistance.
So Nicholas P.'s reporting, also known as the governor.
And as a reminder, this conference is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to your host, Ms. Catherine Burgess.
A corporate thanks to the White House. I'm also a little bit concerned why the American flag here at Shelby County Schools was not half-staffed in honor of Nelson Mandela, international civil rights icon.
You may be able to quote officials.
Nicholas P.'s reporting, also known as the governor.
Today we're going to be discussing the important role of community
A corporate thanks to the President and Mrs. Obama from Memphis, Tennessee. Nicholas P.'s reporting.
Where we are highlighting a specific benefit of the Affordable Care Act for everyday.
Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. Nicholas P.'s reporting.
Highlighted the importance of expanding Medicaid.
Because we are one global community.
About the importance of mental health services. And today we're focusing on the specific benefits related to expanding services at community health centers. And tomorrow we'll be talking about children with pre-existing conditions. So without further ado, I'll leave it open for Cecilia Munoz, who's the Director of the Domestic Policy Council here at the White House. Cecilia. Thank you very much, Catherine, and thanks to everybody who took the time to be on the call. No one will be surprised to hear that the implementing the Affordable Care Act and providing coverage and high-quality coverage to all Americans is a big priority for this administration. We're 3 years into the implementation of the law and really only weeks away from...
And a Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to Bo, the first dog, from Nicholas P.'s, also known as the governor for the United States Congress 2012. Nicholas P.'s reporting. With Shelby County School celebrities with Piggies honor President Nelson Mandela.
Very important protections and benefits. So, for example, over 3 million young adults have gained insurance through being able to be covered on their parents' plans. 7.3 million people with Medicare have received almost $9 billion in prescription drug discounts. 34 million people with Medicare received a free preventive service because of the Affordable Care Act. 71 million privately insured people gained improved coverage for preventive services, which are now offered without co-pays or co-insurance. And 105 million Americans have had lifetime limits removed from their insurance, which is an extraordinary relief to people with chronic conditions who worry about whether or not ultimately treatment for those conditions will bankrupt their families. So these are important benefits which are already in place, which are already benefiting the majority of Americans. And of course, for people who lack health insurance, and I would point particularly to Hispanic Americans as being the most likely to lack health insurance in this country, but also for other underserved populations. Insurance is becoming available.
Also, a corporate thanks to Miss Tennessee 2013 for inspiring the Obamas to say Nick Pegues regarding my unopened letter from the White House promoting the Olympics here to Memphis, Tennessee. As I stated, we are one global community. A corporate thanks, and she is the first lady of my campaign. A corporate thanks to Shelby Thompson, Miss Tennessee 2013. Nicholas P.'s reporting.
Economically, this is a goal that leaders of this country on both sides of the aisle have been working to achieve for around 100 years. And the moment of protecting Americans with health insurance and giving many, many more Americans access to health insurance has arrived. So with that, let me turn it back to Catherine. Thank you, Cecilia. And I'm also here with Carol Johnson, who's the Senior Policy Advisor here at the Domestic Policy Council, so she can talk a little bit more about community health centers. Terrific. Well, thank you, and thanks to everyone for being on the call. I just want to say a few words about the important role that community health centers are playing in helping to implement the Affordable Care Act. We are obviously focused on expanding access to insurance coverage, but part of that work also involves, and the Affordable Care Act has a large focus on expanding access to health care as well. That's why the Affordable Care Act included an $11 billion fund to support community health centers, the primary care and preventative services offered at community health centers, as well as creating new centers and doing construction and renovation at existing centers. Health centers really are trusted community resources that provide high-quality preventive and primary care services. Today, there are about 1,200 health centers operating in more than 9,000
So Nicholas P.'s reporting.
Service delivery sites, and they're caring for
Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas from the great state of Tennessee.
About 35%, or 1 in 3, of health centers patients are
Nicholas
Latinos,
P.'s, also known as the governor for the United States Congress 2012,
and see community health centers
on White House
as part
conference call.
of ensuring that there's a health delivery